Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Smart English Official, the place where learning English is simple and enjoyable. I'm Lima.
Hello, Lima. Great to see you.
Great to see you too, James. And hello to all our listeners.
How are you feeling today, Lima?
I'm feeling wonderful, James. I'm really positive and excited about what's coming next.
About the future? That sounds interesting.
Exactly, that's our topic today.
Right. Today we'll talk about the future in English. How to speak about plans, dreams, and goals.
Such an important topic. But before we begin, a short message for our listeners.
If you're enjoying this podcast, please subscribe to Smart English Official, like this episode, and share it with others who are learning English.
That really supports us. Thank you.
Okay, let's begin. The future, where should we start?
Let's start with something simple. Lima, what will you do after we finish recording this podcast?
After the podcast, I think I'll drink a large glass of water. Laughs.
Nice choice. You said, I will drink a glass of water. That's a perfect future sentence.
Yes, we use will, W-I-L-L, to talk about the future.
That's right. We use will for decisions made at the moment or for basic future facts. You decided just now, so you said, I will drink water.
Exactly. It wasn't planned earlier. It was a quick decision. Can I share another example?
Of course.
I feel a bit hungry. I think I will eat a sandwich for lunch.
Perfect example. You decided at that moment. And the great thing is, will is the same for everyone.
I will, you will, he will, she will, we will, they will. No changes.
That makes it very easy. For example,
My friend Sarah will call me tonight. Or, they will watch a movie later.
good examples. Now, how do we ask questions using will?
Easy. We just changed the word order.
Instead of saying, you will come to the party, we ask, will you come to the party?
So I can ask you, will it be sunny tomorrow?
I hope so. And I can answer, yes, it will, or no, it won't.
Won't sounds interesting. What does it mean?
Won't is the short form of will not. It's the negative form.
Got it. So I can say, I will eat a sandwich, but I won't eat a big pizza.
Same here.
So will is great for quick decisions and predictions. But what about real plans, James? Things we decide earlier.
For real plans, we usually use going to.
Lima, what are your plans for this weekend?
I already have a plan. On Saturday, I'm going to visit my parents.
Perfect. Going to shows it's a planned action.
Yes. I decided before, so I say, I am going to visit my parents.
Exactly. It's different from a quick decision. I also have a plan this weekend.
Oh, really? What is it?
I'm going to clean my apartment. It needs it.
That's definitely a real plan. And notice, we use the verb to be with going to.
Right, am, is, or are is very important.
So I say, I am going to visit my parents. And you say, I am going to clean my apartment.
Exactly. Same structure, different plans.
All right. Now let's look at another example. Our friend Mark already has a plan. He's going to play soccer on Saturday.
Exactly, he is going to play. And our friends Maria and David also have plans. They're going to throw a party.
Yes, they are going to have a party. Perfect examples.
So remember the structure. I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, they are, plus going to plus verb.
That's it. It's a bit longer than will, but it clearly shows you planned something before.
I like that. It feels clear and organized. Planning is a good habit.
For example, next week, I'm going to start reading a new book. That's my plan.
Nice plan. What kind of book?
An English book, of course, to improve my skills.
Very smart. As for me, next month I'm going to travel to the beach for a few days.
Wow, James, that sounds wonderful. A real break.
Yes, it's something I planned a long time ago. I already booked everything, so going to is perfect here.
Great example. So remember,
Will is often for quick ideas or predictions, and going to is for real plans.
right? And talking about plans naturally leads us to something bigger. Dreams.
Dreams. I love talking about dreams.
Me too. Dreams give us energy and direction in life.
Exactly. A dream is like a big picture of your future.
And we can talk about dreams using will or going to.
For example, one day I will become a doctor.
That's a beautiful dream. Using will shows strong belief about the future.
Yes. But when we talk about steps to reach that dream, we often use going to.
Like, next year I'm going to study biology at university.
I see the difference. The dream is big. I will be a doctor.
The plan is practical. I'm going to study biology.
Exactly. Dreams need plans. Without a plan, a dream stays just a wish.
That's very true. Big dreams are reached through small steps.
Small steps work best.
For example, if your dream is, I will speak English fluently, what could your first plan be?
A good first plan could be, tomorrow I'm going to watch one episode on Smart English Official.
I love that idea.
Or this week I'm going to learn 10 new English words.
Perfect. Small plans feel easy, not scary, and each one brings you closer to your dream.
So, Lima, do you have a big dream?
Yes, I do. One day I will travel around the world,
That's an amazing dream.
and I already have a plan. Next year, I'm going to save more money.
Very practical. A great first step.
What about you, James? What's your dream?
My dream is to write a children's book.
That's wonderful. I'm sure you'll do it. You're very creative.
Thank you. And I do have a plan. This month I'm going to write one page every day and
That's perfect. One page a day may feel small, but after a month, that's 30 pages.
exactly. Consistency matters. Sometimes dreams feel too big or too far away.
Yes, and sometimes we feel tired or discouraged.
Everyone feels that way sometimes. That's when you should focus on today's small plan, not the whole dream.
Right. If my dream is world travel, today's plan might be, I'm not going to buy expensive coffee. I'm going to save that money.
Small actions make a big difference.
And to everyone listening, your dreams matter. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
And remember, it's never too late to dream again or make a new plan. The future isn't written yet. You're the one who writes it.
I love that.
Now let's quickly talk about time words we use for the future.
Yes, very helpful words. Like tomorrow,
I will call you tomorrow.
or I'm going to the supermarket tomorrow.
We also use tonight. The evening of today.
We're going to watch a movie tonight.
For longer time frames, we can say next week, next month, or next year.
For example, she's going to have a baby next month.
That's a huge plan.
Or we're going to buy a new car next year.
These time words act like road signs. They tell us when something will happen.
We can also be more exact. In 2 days, in 3 weeks, or in 5 years. Yes, my brother is going to visit me in 2 days. I'm very excited.
And here's a dream example. In 10 years, I will live in a house by the sea.
That sounds hopeful. Using will for distant dreams feels very positive.
Absolutely.
So let's review quickly. Lima, when do we use will?
We use will for quick decisions, simple facts, or predictions.
For example, I think it will rain tomorrow.
Perfect. And going to?
We use going to for plans, things we already decided.
I'm going to study English tonight.
Excellent. And we learned something important today. Dream big, but plan small.
Exactly. This conversation really inspired me. I feel ready to work on my plan today.
Me too.
And we hope all of you listening feel motivated as well.
That brings us to the end of another episode of Smart English Official. Thank you for joining us.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, like, and share it with others learning English.
And now it's your turn to practice.
Write a comment and tell us.
One thing you're going to do tomorrow.
One big dream you will have for the future.
We'd love to read your answers.
Thank you for listening. Keep practicing, keep planning, and keep believing in yourself.
See you next time. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.